over here. Yes. Do I have chat? Is chat working? Someone type in the chat just so I can test. Boom. Test. What's up, Andrew? For some reason my YouTube, my chat is not working. Live chat. There it is. Boom. What's up, guys? Love it. No, thank you, dude. Thank you, Andrew. It's helpful to see your texts. Yeah, dude. We're here early. We'll pull up the stream cam. That is way zoomed in. It's all good. YouTube control live panel does not really work. We want the sub goal up top. There it is. And then we're gonna go. I was watching another YouTuber's live stream and they had a really nice layout with how they had their screen. They had like a background and they had the screen be like this big. And then they cropped it, which I wonder if that would be cool. We want to try that just to get a little bit more, I don't know, ambiance maybe. Let's see if we can do that. I'm gonna go over here and go to filter. OBS is the funniest program in terms of cropping shit. Okay, left 0. We're on top. Drop that up about there. Bottom. Drop that up to about there. And is that weird? Does that look weird? Could try it out. Back to filters. We're just getting things set up here, folks. Give me a little time. Left is at 0. Should be at 0. Hide those little URLs. But if I pull it back down, okay, there it is. We'll try this. Now my camera's too bright. We'll change that. I also need a better camera this year. That's one goal of YouTube monetization. I should be buying a better webcam. Anyway. Yes, guys. So Palace is dropping today in, what is it, 23 minutes? So pretty soon. Here is the drop list. Here is that sweet, sweet drop list. And there's quite a few pieces. What's up, Kobe-Wan Kenobi? Love the name, dude. Quite a few pieces. I'm gonna say right out the gate, we're not going for anything crazy today, folks. I know I usually want to get the most hyped item, but today we're keeping it relatively restrained because for this year, in terms of Palace and in terms of Supreme, I really want to kind of focus on just getting some nicer clothes in the wardrobe. So I'm looking at items kind of like, we'll make this bigger. That's nice. Dope. Basically looking for a few things. First order of business on the spring 24 list are, if I can find it, where's the rugby? This rugby. I thought it was white and black when I first looked at it, but it's actually white and navy, which I actually think is a really good look. So when this piece drops, we will be copying this guy. Whenever the patchwork button-up comes out, we'll be snagging him. Which there's so many pieces. Seeing them all laid out like this really shows that while Palace doesn't have as big of a collection as Supreme, they do still have quite a lot of items. Especially for this spring 24. Here we go. Patchwork stripe. Maybe in green, maybe in blue. I like the green because it has the gold Alice on the pocket right there. I think that looks pretty nice. If you go to the web store, you can see that it opens right there for a second. That's funny. I'm on Opera GX right now, which I don't know if I have my cards saved, so I'm gonna do that right now just to make sure everything is dialed in. But how's everyone doing? You guys going for anything today? I know that leather jacket's coming out. There's quite a few cool things coming out for today. I'm not even signed in. Opera account. Did I make an Opera account? I don't know. I think I use my Apple ID. Okay. Wow. Yeah, what you guys been up to? What's everyone been doing? I've been playing a lot of Pal World. I was thinking I might damn near start off the stream playing some Pal World, but I would probably get way too distracted and then there'd be 5 minutes left before the drop. And then we'd be screwed. Honestly, we'd be screwed at that point, you know. But I've been doing a lot of that, which has been fun. I've been working like usual. I believe Palace has Apple Pay this season. Now the question is, how do I use Apple Pay on desktop? How to use Apple Pay on desktop. You have to have it on Mac. Can you do it on PC? How to set up Apple Pay on my Microsoft PC. Nope, Apple Pay is only available on Apple devices. Yeah, I don't have a Mac, so. Here's what we're going for, guys. Again, I've told the people that were here super early, we're going pretty low-key today. I'm not copying any apparel because my items that I want this year or this season aren't dropping yet. So this is what I'm going for. It's very simple. It's just air freshener and a Palace pin badge. Say what you want, but I wanted to at least grab something. In terms of items I think could be cool for resale or collecting, I think this Palace Saves ceramic ashtray is really nice. It looks like the Marlboro cigarettes, Marlboro Reds right there. I think this is pretty neat. Obviously there's some dope expensive items. The Fast 7.5 or 7.75 skateboard is pretty cool. Yes, there is a drop, Shady Munchie. This is coming out today. So if you guys go to the description, you can see the Palace drop lists that are coming out or what's coming out. And it's all on this page right here. I can actually save you guys 4 seconds. Put that right there. So this is Palace Community. Same people that run Supreme Community, friends of the channel. Was considering the jeans, but I'm actually going to go thrifting this weekend and finally get some new jeans. So I'm looking forward to that. Safe Hands leather jacket, super dope. I don't have $900 for a leather jacket, guys. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. But this is probably the nicest piece overall coming out this week, in my opinion. There's plenty of other things that are dropping though. For me, I'm just keeping it simple. Like I said, air freshener, pin badge. I was thinking maybe the sticker pack, but I have so many stickers. I don't really need them. I like the cushion too, but again, you know, 164 pounds for a cushion is kind of wild. I don't really know where I would put this. I mean, I guess on my couch. Okay. What else we got? We got some duffel bags. Like the bottle bag is neat for running or something, but it's 88 pounds. I don't really need a card wallet. I mean, this could be kind of cool. Cordura card wallet. It's just a little too big. A necklace, friendship necklace. I mean, it's alright. Nah. I'm good on that, actually. That's not really something I would cop. Beanies are cool, but it's about to get warm here. None of the hats are really doing it for me this week. I think the apparel that I would maybe comp would be RN cargo trousers. These are actually really dope. And I would love to get them. But I'm just not today, you know? Saving some money. Because I imagine Supreme week 1 will be pretty hype. And we will be doing, I imagine, lots of content on Supreme Spring Summer 24 kind of week 1, the preview, that kind of stuff for the next 2 weeks on the channel. So be sure you guys are subscribed, hit the like on the video to help the stream out today. And if anything, we will just kind of follow along to see what all sells out. Lumberjack, pretty neat flannel again. I actually dig it. But just not really what I need right now. Need a new wallet, Patrick? Yeah, dude, there's some good wallets. I have this Burberry card wallet that I've had for a while now. It actually started to like rip on the sides, so I had to put some duct tape right here on the seam. I was telling myself for over a year that I was going to go to the Burberry store and get it repaired because they offer that service at most designer brands stores. You can just go there if you buy, you know, a bag or whatever, they'll repair it for you. Obviously it costs money. I had an old Burberry briefcase that was my grandmother's that I was handed down to, and I went and repaired that, and that was pretty cool. But the duct tape ended up being the move. I don't know what else I was looking at. Other items I would have copped maybe. Yeah, this week it's kind of light. You know, there's a couple pieces here and there, some cool accessories. So we're just going to keep it simple. Some new air freshener for the whip. Can't wait to use this for 2 weeks and then leave it for 3 months because, you know, when you get, for me at least, when I get a cool air freshener, even if it's not currently working, I'm like, hey, it looks cool. So we're going to keep it there and then have a little real tree or a little tiny, what are they called? Pine trees? I think it's called little trees, right? Little tree air freshener. Yeah. Black ice. You got to. You don't have a black ice in your car, guys. Even if you're not a car guy, get you one of these next time you're at the checkout line or at the car wash. Pay $1, get one of these out of the vending machine. Patrick, Gillespie? I wonder if you can remove the zipper string things. I assume you're talking about on the zipper string things. On the wallet? If you're talking about the wallet, it will be pretty hard to remove the zipper because that is the entire wallet. But this thing right here, that is just a paracord or a little bit of string, whatever. So you could untie that and remove that. But again, you would need something to actually unzip it. I mean, you could have just the little nub there, but that would be kind of weird to undo and kind of zip up and down. But maybe you could replace it with something that better suits your use case. 12 minutes before the drop. Other items that I think are pretty good. Duffel bag, not bad. Pretty reasonably priced. 148. It says 138 pounds. So I don't know what the conversion will be, but I think this bag is pretty dope. Cordura. It's got the Trifer Palace right there on the side. I mean, if you need a new duffel bag, I think the Palace duffel bag kind of clears the Supreme ones from last season, in my opinion. It's obviously personal preference. But I'm gonna go finish up before I forget my autofill. Because I downloaded Opera GX and I want to actually have autofill set up. Full browser settings. Features. Let's see here. User interface. Oh God. Why do you have to be... Okay, here we go. It's in privacy. Site settings. Search engine. Autofill and passwords. There we go, folks. Add payment method. Okay. I wonder if it has PayPal set up. PayPal is decently fast. Probably just use debit card today because I'm getting a pretty light. I don't think the air freshener and the pin will sell out too terribly fast, if at all. But I'm interested. I'm interested in this season. I think there was a lot of cool stuff that came out for the week 1 or for the preview. The range, as they call it. Okay. We have that set up. Good to go. What are you guys looking at mostly? Let's open up the streaming page. Andrew Swain likes the gray Windstopper, but I hate that it comes with face masks. I know it's separate, but I never wear it. Feel you, dude. Palace does do the like 2-in-1 balaclavas and jackets, pretty nice. We'll eventually pick something up like this. Maybe for the fall winter season, we'll get something. Or the 2024 winter in Arizona, which is, oh, it's so cold, guys. It's really not at all. But the dry air is a little bit cool at night. Like 40, 45 degrees definitely feels like maybe 30. I don't know. What did you set up? I just set up my autofill, AJ Bovin, so I can quickly type in my card information quickly. Best resale item. It's tough, man. I'm still getting my bearings on Palace pricing, but I think for this week, some of the best items, it could be this thorny hood, perhaps. I need to honestly do a deep dive on past seasons and get an understanding at what things are going for, you know. For sure, Shady Munchie. That's what I'm doing, man. I'm just grabbing the air freshener. I know people always like the pea hats. This could have some resale. I don't know if Palace offers like free shipping for certain order totals. Again, I've copped like only a couple things. This is the only Palace item I currently own right now. It's just a t-shirt right here. The skirt tee from last summer, maybe it was last fall. But in terms of this week, I think the Marlboro Man could do pretty well. Again, a lot of times I've been noticing with Supreme, at least the expensive items can sometimes have a pretty good margin on them. So I think this could see StockX for like $1,500, right? But again, it's that $900 initial price. So it really just depends on how much you're working with. Detroit Lewis waffle quarter zip black looks nice, but I wish it was embroidered. Let's go look at that item that you just said. Waffle quarter zip. Yeah, this is a dope item. What is this material? I don't know if you can hear Scruffy just clinking back there, but she's eating her breakfast. Yeah, the screen print. That would be nice if it was embroidered. Very simple piece for sure. This is the type of style I'm going for this season. A lot more of simple pieces, things you can wear out, not be overly streetweary. Because I've just been noticing that I've been copying so much, you know, hype items and loud pieces that I want to dress up nice for a good dinner or maybe a casual business function for work or something, and I don't have a lot of items to wear. I have like the same 3 shirts that I've had for years. I'm like, damn, let's clean it up a little bit. Beanies are okay again. The bags, maybe are mini bags still doing pretty well? I don't know. Again, I know Florian Peter talks about bags from Palace doing pretty well on the resale market, and I really should be doing more research, and I will. We can do some more research after the live cop, guys. I'll be on for 30 more minutes, at least, after the cop, and we can actually go through and look at some other items that released maybe last couple years. If you guys want to put anything in the chat after the live cop, we can see what actually is going on the resale market, because in my opinion, if you are speculating on prices and clothing, which this is speculation, right? Not investing, because it's mostly a short-term flip for the most part. Sometimes items can skyrocket years later, but the time it takes to hold on to them in the kind of order of chance, right? The factor of chance of what is going to resell, because oftentimes even people in the community are wrong based on trends, based on production, based on factors of the economy, whatever. So it's really important to have some research backing at least your decisions, so you can feel a little bit more, positive, or a little bit more conviction with your purchase decision. And I always recommend people, get their sizes. So worst case scenario, you at least like the item you're buying and aren't mad that like, let's say you bought the leather jacket on your credit card because you thought it was going to flip, and then it doesn't flip, and then you're holding this for months, right? And you're paying it off. It's like, damn, that kind of sucks. So you want to make sure you at least have some idea on what's going on. But that's just my opinion. That is just my opinion. But there's no harm in doing more research. Let's clear all these tabs out. But yeah, kind of a light week. Pretty cool though. Good amount of t-shirts. I don't know how much the t-shirts really sell for. Polissimo. This one's kind of cool. I think a lot of these will probably be kind of like personal. Air freshener tee is kind of cool. It's got the air freshener screen printed on there, which is neat. 3 more minutes. We're getting pretty close. The waffle long sleeve is dope too. And then of course, the Supreme call out pants, which are just hilarious. Make that a little bigger. I'll also get something hold on, folks, adding one last stream element so we can be really officially locked in. We got to be locked in. We got to be feeling it. Where is it? There it is. Palace logo right there in the lower corner, just so people know that it's a Palace drop. And we'll go add a filter here. Luma key. I think it's Luma key, right? No, it's not Luma key. It is color key. Green. Okay. That looks good enough. Boom. All right. Now we are fully ready. Tees typically flip for an extra $30. According to Andrew. I mean, that's pretty solid. $30 on a t-shirt. I mean, and I also think if you're a collector or someone that already runs a resale kind of business, eBay account page, it's never bad to have a bunch of stuff in stock. Unless super hyped. Gotcha. Yeah, so I'd imagine like a collab stuff. I want to look at the Palace Alpine collection. That was my favorite Palace drop from last season. But let's go, boys. Let's get hyped. Here we go. Remember to like the stream. Subscribe to the page if you guys are into Palace and aren't already subscribed. Helps me out a ton. It is free. And looks like we are about ready to load because it is 9 o'clock. My time. Site is still loading. Anyone else able to get on? Is it on phones maybe? Here we go, web shop. Nope. Anyone else able to get on? Oh, there it is. Accessories. Wow, they still have stuff from last season. That's kind of crazy. Add to cart. Okay, back. I love Palace. Back. Do we just want these 2 items? I think so. Palace mug. What is the wax blue? Candle. Ashtray right there. Skate tool, the Calvin Klein. Just taking a little look. Underwear. Palace underwear would be really funny. Maybe some socks? Nah. Bags. If I get sold out on these 2 items, I really don't care. Palace bolts. I just want to kind of look at everything. New. I think I'm good. These 3 items, these 2 items. Ceramic tray, $149 for the damn thing. Bags, $42, not bad. $88 for the bottle bag, beanie. Pea hat, $48. All right, let's check out. We're gonna check out, boys. Cart. I agree. Check out. Click here if your mom's not a bot. My mom is not a bot. Don't worry, little Blad, you are in line to check out. When a spot becometh available, you will automatically be directed to checkout. Do not refresh this page. You will lose your spot and possibly all of the amazing garments currently in your basket. Safe. Good shit. Anyone else checking out right now? I also don't know what shipping is for Palace. What do we got here? No shipping. That is crazy. Maybe it's because I haven't entered my email or my actual information yet. Oh, and the autofill is not set up. That is beautiful. I think I'm pretty fast at typing. Save this information for next time, please. Enter a valid email address, right? $12 for shipping on a $16 cart. God dang it. That's funny though. Oh, I do have PayPal, okay. Right? Is it the... Yes, I think so. That's the correct CVV. Your order is being processed. If you are not automatically redirected, please refresh this page. We got it. We did it. We did it. I mean, it's not really a surprise. It was a pretty relatively cheap cop. Let's save this picture. And get off this screen. Getting a lot better at not doxing myself, which is great. All right. W. We got it. Here's what we copped. Again, nothing crazy. The I Love Palace pin and my And actually delete all that stuff I did on the trimming, cropping the display capture. Does not look very good. I love Palace Pin and the Jungle Air Freshener, $12 shipping. AJ Bovin got the Blackthorn hoodie, stickers, and air freshener. Nice. What was your goodies, Andrew? Love to know. I'm gonna fix my crop. There it is. There's the full picture right there. And now we can fix this. Let's see what's sold out so far. That's kind of wild that they just leave stuff from last season on their site. I did not know that they did that. So is this all stuff that was on sale and then they take off the sale price? It makes sense to have it on their site. Just a little different than what Supreme does. I think it's honestly better for people that want stuff. Okay, the beanies sold out. Beanies were a sellout. I don't know if they were the first thing to sell out. Let's see what else went. That's new. You can still get the in safe hands. Oh, sold out. Just kidding. In safe hands is gone. And you're at the fleece back. Nice. This one right here, or Yeti cardigan still available. Flannel's still there. What about the jeans? I was thinking about these jeans too. Kind of dig them. You can see sold out right there. Okay. Look at all the items. Did the Marlboro man go? Is he gone? T-shirts look still available. In most sizes. Saw the Marlboro man down there. P-hats. What about P-hats? Still available. Cool. So the beanie is still available in blue. Could be a good cop. Potentially. Bags sold out. Backpacks in the olive backpack is gone. Card wallet is still there. I could see that selling out. I could definitely see the duffel bag selling out too. Necklace still there. Cushion, all the accessories still there. Skateboards still there. Duo fleece, gassy white tee. You got the necklace, bro? Damn, okay. I see you. Silver, huh? Best friends. Nice, dude. So yeah, overall, I think it's a pretty good drop. It's nothing out of this world, but for a starter spring 24 collection, I think it's pretty sick. See the gassy tee. I like that. It kind of reminds me of Irish Spring. Is that what they're going for right here? I don't know. The Supreme call out joggers. Palace is palatial. Oh, they ripped it off. They didn't. Unless that's the different one. They took away the Supreme. If you think Supreme is cool, then fuck you. Unless that's a different. Unless that's a totally different item. I'll give you the other half of the necklace. Dude, that'd be hilarious. You do not have to do that. But that would be funny. Blue hat, still there. Blue beanie. Oh, it's gone. Okay, it is gone. So it looks like the only items that sold out are the leather jacket, right? And RN trousers, still there. The beanies are gone. I think we could expect from later drops, guys, for sellouts to be certainly the Palace Saint piece. Maybe these spiderweb pieces as well. But I think the big item will be that varsity jacket. Palace Crocs, we'll definitely go for these too. Probably just a resell, but we'll go for those. Then I like this Team Palace, but I don't know. Rugby for sure, for personal. Fruit, I'm thinking maybe fruit. A lot of people have said this fruit item is like one of their favorite pieces. I saw streetwear, is it Streetwear Night Live? Twitter account that I've started to get into. They were posting top 10 items of the month. And it features the Palace fruit knit piece. And this is one of the accounts that, you know, has the kind of higher end streetwear stuff. Did I see the Naruto Crocs? Dude, I did not. Are they coming out? Bro. I wish anime collabs actually resold more, because I love them. But the Demon Slayer collection was not... It did not do great. I ended up having to just kind of get rid of it all. These are crazy. The Kakashi pair. Jiraiya. Oh no, Minato. Wow, this is Minato? That's not Minato. Oh, this is Jiraiya. Okay. Minato down here. That's cool. That's really cool. I'll actually do a video on these. Maybe. More stuff to cover. I think these could do fairly well. The Gore-Tex. They really do Gore-Tex extremely well. Like so much better than Supreme lately. I can't really deny that. Their jacket game, their techwear game is always just so on point. I think this piece is pretty nice too. The League hood in nice brown. I think brown is still pretty hot, so this piece will probably sell out. Very simple as well. Really clean. These hats, the Flexus Horsepower is pretty cool. Horsepower Trucker. Italia hat probably will sell out. What up, CTR2? Hey, what's up, Bo? Welcome, guys. Doing a little Palace stuff, you know, Supreme ain't coming out. I apologize, guys. I said in my videos this week that I was going to do a stream on Thursday, but I kind of made a game time decision to just postpone and do the stream today because I didn't honestly have anything else to talk about, and I feel like it would have just been kind of a stream for the sake of streaming, and I didn't want to just kind of force it, if that makes sense. So I figured we'll just go with it today and do the live cop, have some decent content. But this piece right here will be pretty sought after. I hope it's like under 500 bucks, but I think this thing will fly and go pretty fast. The Palace Saints. I mean, that embroidery is crazy on the cross. Absolutely nuts. Quilted interior. Really, really nice. But again, we're keeping it mad simple with going for just the patchwork stripe tee, or not tee, stripe shirt. Other items I think will do fairly well. The Saints Crew black, I think. Palace Amen. This one I could maybe see myself copying, but I don't know. We'll have to see. Deeper blue is kind of crazy too. That is kind of crazy. But now I'm curious at looking at Palace resale. So we're going to go and look at Palace Alpine. And I just want to look at what things are selling for. I'm not signed in right now. This was a $298 retail, mid 400s. Let's see, Palace. Okay, we can look at other pieces. Maybe the t-shirt. What did the t-shirt sell for? 58, 90. Okay. That's more or less what you can expect from good Supreme pieces. relatively similar. Now let's see if there's any of the items from this week that are already on there. Palace Spring 2024. Okay, nothing. Louis Vuitton Palace slipper. What the hell? Palace leather jacket. Okay. Is this one on here? Safe Hands. It makes sense if it's not there quite yet. No, it's not. What's going on, guys? Yeah, we're just looking at fucking resale shit right now. We went and copped basically just some low-key accessories right here. The pen and the air freshener. Right now I'm just trying to educate myself a little bit. When was this? Fall winter 23. New era low. When was the last sale? No sales yet. Interesting. Multi-hat 2016. No sales yet. That's weird. I bet Grailed is probably better to buy and sell Palace, probably. Let's go take a look. I already have an account, but I'm not going to sign in. Palace Safe Hands. Nothing yet. Here we go. A lot of this stuff is used though, so you can get it for cheaper. Okay. That's a cool hat. What's this guy? Little Roadrunner. Pretty cool. I dig it, I dig it, I dig it. Let's see what else is coming out this week. Go into our boy Fauntleroy's Discord and go see what other brands are popping off this week. Go over here to streetwear news. Guess we have FTP coming out relatively soon. Yeah. So Bo says, are there any brands you view as upcoming, slept on, that are worth following, not investments necessarily, just stuff on the fringe, companies doing interesting stuff? I have a few that I can get to here in a second, but Andrew has a good comment that Palace is definitely a brand mostly for personal, hard to get rid of some of their pieces, and that makes sense. It's kind of yeah, I think your average week, there's probably only a few items that would flip, so it is kind of mostly a brand to go for on the personal end. But in terms of brands, Bo, that I think you might be interested in, Market, formerly Chinatown Market, I think is really cool. They do really good at releasing super relevant and topical t-shirts. Like Lewis Hamilton, for instance, signed a deal with Ferrari for 2025 yesterday. And that was the big news in the Formula One world. They made this pre-order shirt just right off rip, and they do really solid like graphic design, pretty cool pieces. I don't think any of it really resells because they do kind of sell it for fairly high prices, but they have cool stuff. They have some official collabs. They do a lot of rip-off stuff too, which is funny. They don't really give a fuck, but they have cool pieces, and they're into racing, so they do a fair amount of like racing stuff, and they have neat tees and designs. Kind of a smaller brand. They did a Pokemon collab. See, like their stuff was, this hoodie was 75 or 120 new, but they didn't sell it all, so now it's on sale for 75. So I'd say for Market, unless you really like it, I would wait for it to go on sale. AJ Bovin said, I got the Palace Alpine hoodie in black for the personal and ended up not wearing because of resale. Did you end up flipping it, bro? Yeah. Yeah, dude. There was huge, like yesterday on Twitter, it was like all the rumors about Lewis and shit, which was crazy. But I think that is kind of what I've gathered from Palace. I know resident expert Florian Peter, one of my subscribers, always gives me the intel. And I figured this would be a pretty good collaboration for resale. But I didn't cop because I'm not an Alpine fan. And I don't know, I've never met someone that is into Formula One. It's like, yeah, my favorite team's Alpine. They're just kind of, I wish they were still Renault. Like Renault is the engine provider, but they wanted to like rebrand. And they do have cool colors, I will say. Their BWT sponsorship gives them that pink to play with. But it is still just a cool design, regardless of the team. I know that Palace did a Y3 collab. Yoji Yamamoto. Let's see, souvenir jacket. What was the price of this? This was in 22, so relatively recently. These shoes are hideous. Currently below retail. $400, bro. Ouch. So someone bought these and they're taking a bath on them because it's an ugly shoe. For some reason I missed this collab. I don't have the price of all these, but it's a neat little collection. What I do like about Palace community is you can go back in time, go to the drop list collections from the past few years and just look through. And this is what I'll probably do, find items and I'm like, this is cool. Let's look at what it's going for now. So we can do summer or maybe spring 23. And let's see what some of the highlight pieces were. These UGG Lightning boots are crazy. What do those sell for? What was the retail? 235 pounds. Okay, Palace Lightning UGG. I don't know why I keep adjusting the size of my screen and it's fucking up. So these are reselling. Lowest ask. Last sale was $745. Sometimes StockX just doesn't make any sense to me. There's a Palace AMG collab? No way. That's nuts. When did this come out? 22? Damn. Yeah, I was sleeping on Palace when I was getting started on Supreme. Getting started on my Supreme channel, right? I've been a Supreme fan for a long time. Well, they have driving gloves. That is super cool. That is super sick. I still want the ASAP Rocky gloves. But you can't find them anywhere. You can't find the ASAP Rocky gloves anywhere. Or any of that ASAP Rocky collaboration. I don't know why. I seriously don't know why. It was like my favorite collab that came out last year. Not my favorite collab, but like... it was pretty cool. It's sold out. And you just can't find it anywhere, which sucks. What up, Bird Up? We're right now, we did the Palace live cop. We got a couple things. We just got some air freshener and some pin, a air freshener, not some, we got one. And right now I'm trying to do some research on Palace resale prices so I can have a better understanding of kind of stuff to say and advice to give on the channel when I'm doing my weekly drop lists, talking about stuff. Zen work jacket. That's pretty cool. What does a Zen work jacket sell for nowadays? Let's look. Yeah, Bo, I will invite you to this Discord privately. Actually, I'll invite you guys all to it. This is Fauntleroy's Finest Discord. And He's a friend of the channel, also a Supreme streetwear YouTuber, and he has a really cool community and a very active Discord that posts a lot of information about upcoming releases. It's all free, and I'm in there sometimes chatting with people. I don't have enough bandwidth right now to create my own Discord, though people do want me to do that eventually. I'm thinking maybe for 2,000 subs we can make that happen. But first things first, we're gonna focus on the season upcoming. Reacto Triferg. What a Triferg hoodie sell for? Okay, there's like 8 results. That can't be right. Sole exclusive. Damn. So this was the sole exclusive stuff. Why did it say release date was 128? Was that wasn't true, was it? I swore that the Palace Soul stuff was coming out on February 3rd. Why is the release date already here? Damn, this stuff is expensive. At least people are trying to sell it for a lot. Triferg's always resell, bro. Okay. That's good to know. See, I don't know anything. What is this Panther hood? Is this cool? Do people want this piece? Panther hood. See no sales. This one lowest ask 245. Maybe grailed. Just doing some market research right now. You can't really search by sold. You can. Okay. All right. We'll sign in later. It's good to know, though. I should have got the Panther hood. Definitely regret not copying. It's pretty dope. What was the retail on this thing? This guy has 3 of them. Dylan Foster. Nice. I think also the problem is like StockX doesn't cover all of Palace. They don't list it. Which again, you know, StockX, I say it all the time, but it's not the best resource for determining resale value. But it still is at least a simple way to just get an idea, right? Get an idea of what we're looking at. Nalgene font. All right, this is the last item to look up, and then we can look at some other brands. Other releases coming out. Streamer mode activated. Okay, beautiful. Let's see, low-key brands. What do we have? 131. This was hidden. That's cool. The Canvas Dawn. Interesting. Ooh, Mob Psycho Super Kid collection. That Mob Psycho? Looks like it. No, it's not. Interesting. Born and raised ex NASCAR. That's interesting. Born and raised. That will be a cool collab. Do we have Born and Raised returns with engine revving collaboration? Okay. What do we have here? What do we have here from Born and Raised? All right. Can we buy the car? Model's looking crazy right there. Holy shit. That's kind of cool. Ooh, I like that T. Los Angeles. Born X raised, one block at a time. That's a great shirt. I love the spacing on that. Love the different fonts used. That's cool. If they release a helmet, that would be nuts. That would be a great helmet to wear to the track. But I know that that helmet's going to be 500 plus easily. It's a pretty cool drop. Born and raised NASCAR comes out today at 12. Really cool lookbook too. I love when brands kind of go all out with their photo shoots. That's cool. 12 p.m. Pacific time. Old English. Neat. Neat. Yeah, this is really helpful. Ooh, LRG. Are they coming back? Yeah, LRG was like some Karma Loop type shit way back in the day. Born and raised NASCAR. Oh, here's some closer looks at it. That hat is pretty dope. The Love Letter Pack, New York Yankees. Oh man. Mask in Disguise. I'm not even this far into One Piece. That looks crazy. Look at that. Reminds me of the Palace Polo collab. Palace Polo collabs, okay. NFL, October's very own. Are people still buying Drake's clothing? Are people buying a jacket for $998? Apparently the XXL boys are. I haven't looked at OVO collabs since like the Jordan collabs, really. That's funny. Okay, Deadstock Lewis, Web of Love. I like kind of these lower key brands that do like the they just take the pop culture and just rip it. Like this guy, this One Piece collab is funny. Mask in Disguise. Year of the Dragon Part 1. That's cool. Luffy's new form that I don't know about, but I do know about because I've been spoiled. What else we got here? Mutant League Football. All right, get your football stuff. Now I'm gonna look at the Palace Polo collab, I suppose. Or we can just look through Palace collections, I guess. The Palace McDonald's, dude, that shit was so dumb. What is this going for? Palace McDonald's. Skateboard, dude. Last sale was $304. That's pretty funny. If you cop the Palace skateboard for $60, you could sell it for at least $300, according to this. The 3-pack, dude. Last sale was $270. That makes no sense. Oh, it was $180. $270. But that's crazy. Someone bought the one for... Okay. The question is, who wants to wear a McDonald's logo on a shirt? I really don't know. Someone does, though. Palace Avisu. Man, they do have good collabs. Renoa. New Balance 22. I talked about one of their New Balances. Let's see what the one that I talked about is going for. Where is it? Was it the... No way it was this one. It was a different one. Are they not showing it on the site? Maybe it was part of their summer 23. No, Palace New Balance right here. The Palace New Balance M991. Those are probably going for a lot. Wow, not particularly. This one's under retail. Oh, no, it's not. Last sale was $260. I thought this was a pretty good shoe. This one especially, man. $269 though. That's kind of wild. Because like 991s are still pretty in. We need another Oakley collab. Let's look at it. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Oh, I remember this collab. I talked about this. Yeah. No way. $5,000. What is that guy smoking? 2018. Woo. That is cool. Oakley Hood. 158. Last sale, 298. So it looks like Palace is kind of skewed really heavy towards collabs. I guess it's not surprising. That is... People love a collab nowadays. It's like... If it's not a collab, we don't really care. Which I don't, you know, fully agree with. But it does kind of get people talking, right? It's great for views, for content. Like, oh, what's the collab? What are we getting from these two brands? What are they going to bring to the table? What else we got? Ultimo, Winter 22. Adidas Running, 21. Okay. There's the AMG. Dope. That's a wild Mercedes collab t-shirt. It's a damn tiger. Oh, this is cool. They have the AMG on there. Is that the AMG 1? I think it is. Or no, maybe that's the GTR? Don't know. Yeah, the jacket is the best piece by far. Palace Mercedes AMG jacket. That is crazy, dude. Look at that thing. Oof. Good logo too. Really great logo. I love the way Palace can do their logos. You know, even if it is a collab, the brands seemingly give them a lot of creative freedom. The driving jacket. Oh wow, yeah, the Gore-Tex. Gore-Tex Tri-Ferg. Yeah. It has the Nürburgring right there too. No way, dude. That is so cool. That is so cool. That it has the freaking Nürburgring on the t-shirt or on the jacket. I want a closer up picture of that. Really neat. Palace AMG pants were nice. Let's look at them. Again, this is like the first time I'm looking at it. Gore-Tex trousers. Yeah, that is pretty sick. The purple is nice too. Kind of a Team LH deal. Polo's kind of clean too. Not gonna lie. Any other final thoughts, chat, before we kind of wind down the stream? Appreciate everyone coming out for the Palace live comp. Again, we are going to be hitting Supreme pretty hard next week. Going wild on news and such. I think I still have the dates right here. Yep, the Supreme teaser should be February 7th, which will be next Monday. Sorry, next Wednesday. Lookbook on the 12th, so maybe not next week super hard, but the next like rest of the month at least, right? With the week 1 coming out on the 15th, which is nuts because we only have to wait 3 days before the week 1. So that's cool. We'll get the lookbook preview on the 12th, which is not next Monday, but the following. 2 Mondays from now. Palace Superstars 2019, Gore-Tex. And when was the last Palace season that I kind of remember? Probably like 2016-ish. I don't know if there's any pieces that I even remember. I just kind of remember. Yeah, this is the first item that's on DROPLIST community. Hooded bomber in marble. I kind of remember this goalie marble graphic goalie. Any of that stuff on here? Alice goalie marble. The Nürburgring is just an hour away where I live. No way, Queen of Death. That is so cool. I can't tell you how many times I've virtually driven the Nürburgring on Assetto Corsa and Forza, but it's quite a lot of times. That is so neat. Have you ever driven there on the Touristenfahrten? Is that what it's called? Touristenfahren. Maybe it's Touristenfahren. No, it's Farten. Yeah. Touristen Farten. My German is so bad now. But literally all cars go on there, which is great. You see people driving like vans on that shit. It's incredible. Jersey Shell crew. Nice. Well, I think that's going to do it, folks. Thank you guys for coming out to the stream. We looked at quite a lot of Palace pieces. I learned that, you know, Palace isn't always the best resale, but they have dope-ass collabs, which is probably pretty obvious to a lot of people. We can just briefly, one last time, look at the site and see what sold out. I know a lot of people here copped a couple of things. Let's look one last time at the shop and see what sold out. We have the In Safe Hands leather jacket that went. We have not a lot of the outer garments. No pants so far have sold out. So quite a lot of items still there. Damn, going pretty far down. But it's a personal drop for the personal collection. Here we go. Tri Hearts. Makes sense. The Tri Ferg. Someone was saying. Queen of Death says, no, I never drove there, but been to the 24-hour race and also at Rock AM Ring. Big rock festival. That's so cool. I did not know they had a rock festival at the Nürburgring. Really cool. I love hearing stuff like that. So yeah, the Tri Ferg